on Book, Print, and Media Awards, and then click on N for Newbery, or click on C for Caldecott. This is a wonderful website because it has all the runner-up books, all the winners from the moment the awards existed. It's a great resource. I'm in love with that website. I love the ALA.org website. So what about the Newbery? How did you? You told me that you have been elected several times for the Caldecott. What about the Newbery?
The same thing. I was elected for that. There's a little bit of a space where you cannot serve 4 years. So I waited from Caldecott. I was elected, and then I couldn't serve to a large media award like these for another 4 years.
To give other people a chance?
To give other people a chance. Exactly. That's right. So I waited my turn.
So the voices wouldn't be the same.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
So I waited my turn, and 5 years later, I put my name out there again. I was nominated, put my name out there, and then I was elected for that.
The Oscars should have the same attitude. Yes.
And it is. It's the Oscars of children's books.
Yes.
It's a very exciting time.
What's so exciting about it? I can guess.
It's a secret. So during the midwinter meetings, for example, this year it's going to be in Boston in January. And they'll reveal on the morning, it's in early January, the Caldecott, the Newbery, and some other awards. And in that morning, one of the great things about being a part of these awards committee is calling the author or the illustrator. So all the committee members are around a phone, and we heard laughing, we heard crying. It's a very moving thing for the author illustrators, or even finding them. It's no secret. Chris Rashka, who wrote The Ball for a Daisy, we had to track him down because he was riding his bicycle around New York City where he lives. So finally we caught him on his cell phone near up here somewhere, and it was very touching for all of us.
Yes.
We just thought that was great. So it's a magical moment, and then it gets revealed to the world, and it gets tweeted out, and so that's really exciting.
Yes. Yeah. So, you have this pile of other books. I see, there's Blackout and The Ball for Daisy, but you have these other books and the reason you have brought them, I'm assuming, is that they've all won the Newbery Award.
They have won the Newbery Award, and I kind of wanted to show you kind of a range of things.
Okay.
This is probably the most notorious Newbery honor book. And it doesn't have a silver medal on it. It could have, but it didn't have the gold medal. This was kind of controversial, and this is probably the most important or famous book of children's literature.
Charlotte's Web.
Charlotte's Web. Yes. This is in all children's librarian, and probably most children in America know Charlotte's Web, and it's a very important book. And it's
Why is it so important?
Why is it so important?
Yes.
That's a good question. I have to reread and think about that for a while, and I probably should as I get ready for my year in Newbery starting in 2016. Yeah.
And is it important because it's by E.B. White? Is it important because it's lasted so long?
I think it's and because children love it. I think that's probably more than anything else is important.
Where's Papa going with that axe?
Exactly. Probably the
most.
Where's
Papa going with that axe?
And that says it all. The greatest first line in children's literature is, "Where's Papa going with that axe?"
Yeah.
Exactly. The Newbery Award is an award for the writing. So the writing could be what's traditionally called, a chapter book. But some of these others, this is one that won last year.
And that's
called
El Defo.
It's about a girl who
I read about that.
Has hearing impairment, and it is a graphic novel.
Oh, okay.
So this can also win a Newbery Award, a graphic novel. This is the first graphic novel that won, and it won last year.
Okay. El Defo.
El Defo. She's a superhero.
Okay, yeah.
She's a superhero, and she grew up in the 1970s, and she had the hearing aids with the little box in it, and she had a superpower because she could hear the teacher.
Yes.
From far away.
Yeah. And so she's a role model for other kids who have other disabilities.
Absolutely, yeah.
And she survives third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, even with this big deal thing that nobody else has. What is? Okay, but
That's
she has a
right.
best friend and she's a superpower.
That's right.
Cool.
Yeah. This book is very small. This is an easy reader, Frog and Toad together.
Okay.
And you can see that it's simple. It's not
Yeah.
as complicated. This is kind of the reading age of Dr. Seuss books.
All
Maybe a
right.
little bit longer than that. But the Frog and Toad are just little delightful books. And this also one.
It's a series.
This is a series. And
Okay.
there's 4 or 5 of them by Arnold Lobel.
Okay.
Yeah. And a book of poetry. This is a beautiful book.
The Newbery Award.
Yes,
Okay.
it could have. It's got a Newbery on it.
Okay.
It could have also won a Caldecott for
Yes,
its
it could have.
illustration.
Wow.
And
Let's show it more toward that camera.